Peace and blessings, y'all. I'm so excited. Happy New Year. It is the spring equinox. It is also the beginning of Aries season. So we will have a new moon in Aries. Or we have a new moon in Aries. Excited. I can feel the new beginnings. I can feel something I was saying is like, I pray that every route leads you back to yourself. Every route, every route, whatever. It feels very much like a coming back to self, period. But that's every new year. You know how people feel for the new year, like, oh, let's set a resolution, let's do this, let's do that. How are you going to nail anything in stone? Plant any seeds in cold, dead soil? This is the time. This is the time. So I'm excited. I am going to do a reading that talks about what lessons that you learned from last year, and then what energy you need this year in order to activate your path forward. I'm going to start with my earth signs first since they went last. I had to go get myself ready. I was using my Florida water to cleanse the cloth that was here, bringing in that prosperous energy, especially for the new year, but we want to have that every day. I have my Florida water for sale online, so I will link my website so that you can go grab you some if you need it. I actually just made a new batch. Yay. Before I even start pulling cards, I would like to express extreme gratitude for my ability, for my senses, for my connection. My intention here is to help the collective tap into themselves, find a route back to themselves, and to develop their intuition, trust their intuition. Because if something doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. And if it does, then it does. So thank you in advance for the insight, the clarity, the perspective, and for allowing me to be a vessel for the collective, a positive vessel of love and light for the collective. Ashe, 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 ashe. The Six of Pentacles. Having a balance between giving and receiving, and knowing that when you have a lot to give, it is okay to give. Share with your community and it shall be returned. Share with your community and it shall be returned. Capricorns, my Taurus, and my Virgo. What is the biggest lesson that they have learned in the last year? The biggest lesson that my Tauruses, my Capricorns, and my Virgos have learned in the last year. Oh, I got 4. Okay. They said you're going to be talking today. My Atlanta. All right. So, the biggest lesson I learned from last year, the Ace of Cups energy and the 5 of Cups energy together, we have learned to stop crying over spilled milk or failed business ventures, not necessarily failed, but say we were misunderstood by someone, and that misunderstanding was a contribution or a lane into some new opportunity. No. That's the lesson that the earth signs have learned too. Definitely have been in an emotional state of our cup is overflowing. We're on our way to go do something. Cup is overflowing, heavy on it, and we're ready to go produce, ready to go share, ready to go express. And then somewhere along the lines, in that nuance, we are thinking, damn, but like, screw all this new stuff real quick. Wasn't it so sad what this person did? Didn't it really suck what this person did? Didn't, you just start reflecting so much on the past and crying over all the spilled milk, all the failed possibilities from before, that you are not paying attention to this new beginning. And that has been a lesson that is learned in the past, right? And then we have Temperance here. Temperance with the divine trinity in the back. We got the Holy Trinity is what I'm trying to say. And her cup is also, she's pouring into herself. So I feel like a lot of the work that has been done with the earth signs relates to pouring into ourselves, making sure that we are allowing our emotions solely to reflect what's in our reality, to affect our passions, to affect our urges and the things that we do. We have learned, I keep saying we because I'm an earth sign, but that the earth signs have learned how to be soft with themselves, how to be gentle with themselves, how to pour into their own cups, and how to stop reflecting things that went bad with the intention of being stuck in it instead of with the intention of learning something from it, because Agino Sweet Things, she did a reading one time which talked about like needing to go back if all the things in the past got you to where you are now, then what makes it not good enough? And that stuck with me. So I feel like that is all this right now with the earth signs. And then we have the Four of Wands. It has been a step towards community, a step towards unity, a step towards, my passion is figuring out how we can all hold each other up together. Figuring out how we can all best contribute together, because we gonna win, but we gonna win together. That's very earth sign, but we do be getting hurt. Okay, so let me see. There we go. Intuitive awareness. That might be it. The energy that we need to tap into is our intuitive awareness. I actually just pulled this card the other day, and that linking into this, it's time to go inner. And going inner doesn't mean retreating. It doesn't mean going into hermit mode, because that's not the energy I'm getting. I'm more so receiving the energy of start trusting yourself a lot more. Start trusting your gut a lot more. Start trusting your inner vision a lot more, because your inner vision is going to shield you from these opportunities that may have made you want to cry over spilled milk and sit there in contemplation about why things didn't work out. It didn't work out because you wasn't trusting your intuition, or you had to get to that point. You had to go through that. You had to experience that in order to know that, okay, I no longer want to experience this anymore. What do I have to do? After catering to that temperance of ours. It's really about just trusting your divinity. That's the energy that you got to bring into this year. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt nothing that you do. Doubt nothing that you think. You're not having those thoughts for no reason. You're not having that feeling for no reason. I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to move on. Happy New Year to my earth signs. Now we're going to move on to the fire signs. Thank you. That's funny. I say fire signs, and then I get this Ultra Leo card at the bottom. Aries. Happy birthday to my Aries. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. For my fire signs. What lessons have been learned by the fire signs in the past year? I need one more card, and then I look down and I see that I actually have 3 on the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what have my fire signs been learning? Destruction. I definitely do see destruction and rebirth. But no, the Tower energy just shows me that my fire signs have experienced some turbulence. May experience some turbulence in their lives, because sometimes things have to come all crashing down. Things got to strike you in places you didn't even know they was going to be struck. You got to be pushed into the waters of your intuition, pushed into the waters of your deep emotions. Yeah, y'all may have fell off your high horse, and the high horse may have been just different structures and beliefs that did not allow you to elevate. And the universe was like, you're not staying in this place no more. I don't care how comfortable you are. Get out. And you kind of got flung into the dirt, right? But after that, I see that you either became a mother, you received a lot of mothering energy, or you learned how to nurture yourself. And that has brought you a lot of abundance. It's been very fruitful for you. Some of you may have even tapped a lot into your lineage or even ancestor offerings and things like that. And that's what needed to be ushered into you. It's just a very rich and abundant time period for you. And I think that it was unexpected. It was unexpected. But you know what to do. And the Hermit, I see that with my fire signs, maybe y'all tried to take some time for yourself. You tried to go away, but it was like, I got a fear of missing out. I'm going to just keep doing this. Like, you kind of went against that hermit mode. And it could have been, no, this one was by force. This was your choice. You didn't want to sit. You didn't want to sit down. Sit with your ideas. Write them down. Do some deep work. Do some meditation. All that. So you got thrown into here. You liked it a little bit. You profited off of it. It was beneficial for you. And now this hermit mode area is just like, And then we have death. The death cycle. People may have experienced last year. The death card, that just gives me cutting off dead situations, cutting off dead energies, cutting off even parts of yourself and mourning the parts of yourself that no longer serve you, because things that could have been hurting your confidence, things that could have been hurting the way that you are able to provide for yourself in this realm, it all had to go, and you got rid of it. So again, it's been destructive but transformational for my fire signs. Let's see what the energy is, or what energy that you need to harness, the energy that you should be calling in. Not should, I don't like to use that word. What is the energy to call in for my fire signs? And just because I said that some of you may have became mothers during this period of time. But loving touch is not even just for mother to child. It's about receiving that, giving that, and being tender, especially with this rough not even rough, because everything is just a lesson. Even with this experience, it may cause you to harden. It may cause you to build up some extra armor, to build up some extra defenses. And sometimes they're not needed in this new environment that you're in this new place that you're in this new body that you're in. And I say new body in the sense of, you're not the same person from last year. You don't feel the same. You don't have the same thoughts. That's a different you. So give a loving touch to that different you. In what ways can you invite softness into your life? And not on no soft era stuff. This not an era. Softness for life, because you deserve it. It's okay to express what you need from others, and that need be something soft. I need a hug. I need some kind words. Express what you need and give others what they need too. Happy New Year, fire signs. Moving on to air signs. All right, that air sign energy. Air signs. Aries, Gemini, and Libra. What were the biggest lessons for my air signs last year? First, we get the Ace of Swords. We get the Hermit. Death and Ten of Cups. Air signs have went through something similar. Y'all saw me shuffle, so this ain't that. The Ace of Swords. This tells me that my air signs have been putting their intuition first and being very serious about their inner work. Wow. And that surprises me, because I feel like sometimes air signs they don't really want to sit down, but they're also very deep thinkers. Like the way that their mind works, stellar. There was a fight. Not even a fight. It's like, this is your new tool. Use it. Your intuition is your new tool. Use it. And then we got ushered into this hermit period, but y'all actually listened. Unlike my fire signs, my air signs actually sat that ass down real quick. And you learned a lot. You learned a lot last year when it came to how people treat you, how you think, when it comes to divine power, harnessing your own power, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to walking your own way. And you definitely developed. I don't care about what you got to say. I don't care about your opinion. And not in a sense of blocking people out, but in a sense of not letting it get into your own emotional field, not letting it change anything that you want to do, not letting it take you off your path. You was on that path. And I love that. And then we got the Death card. So similar situations where you cut off those dead situations. You cut off what didn't serve you. You cut off parts of yourself even that didn't contribute to where you know what you want to be, and that is adding more to your happiness. It's adding more to your confidence. It's adding more to how you provide for yourself and how secure that you feel in this world. And then we have the Ten of Cups, a completion. Y'all been fulfilled. Y'all may have gotten lovers. Did the work. Y'all did the work to receive this lover. So that's amazing. And if you haven't received that lover, then you are that lover to yourself, or you are that lover to your family. You are that lover. And I'm using lover in the sense of you're being the one, like not relationship lover. No. Lover in the sense of I'll be the one to show y'all. If you're not ready yet, I'll be the one to show you. And if it is that lover, then it's like, well, we're sharing it together. Here's my cup, here's your cup. Let's just look at everything that we have, everything that we did. And it's like that exhale, but also in preparation for an inhale. Like, okay, what we about to do now? But you're in that exhale period of just sitting in reflection and happiness with your lover, with your happy family, with you. That's what I got, actually. With your lover, with your happy family. Let's see the energy that is to be ushered in. Let's tap into the energy of this year. What is the energy needed for this year for my air sign? But I see y'all had to let a lot of things die. That walk that you did with yourself, you like took that hood off and was like, oh, all right, all this stuff gotta go. Because look at the body language in it. I'm walking with my stick. I'm grounding myself in my thoughts. And here I am. I'm putting down the stick, picking up a sickle, and I'm cutting all this off so that I can live my happiest life emotionally and free. Intact nervous system. Two energies. Be compassionate and put heart in your work. Put your heart in it. Give your heart. The only way that you're going to receive love is if you give love. In the same, well, not even in the same way that you want to receive it, but in that same strength, in that same capacity. And being compassionate is just like, don't judge so many people so much. You know, like you clearly spent a lot of time by yourself, getting to know yourself, getting to know your patterns, getting to know things about life. And be compassionate for other people who haven't done that yet, who didn't get a chance to do that, who have not made the space to do that, or it's just not their time in their journey to go through it. Be compassionate about it. And whatever your work is, put your whole heart in it. No matter how you feel like it's going to be received, no matter what it looks like to people, no matter if it's new for you, do it. Happy New Year, air signs. last but not signs. I was actually about to say water signs are my favorite, but everybody's my favorite. I love all the elements. Y'all all have something to contribute and add in the universe, but also to my life. So, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. What were the biggest lessons from my water signs last year? All right. I'm seeing a lot. Some things with people hurting you, not feeling like justice was served because of it. Being in a space of feeling like you're in a wheel and things are just not changing, but it's not in your fortunate or your best interest. That's what it felt like. My water signs are going through a period of initiation, and sometimes initiation is painful. They're trying to initiate those passions and get you to release the things that are not justifiable, right? I mean, like, obviously we have the justice card in reverse, and to me that just shows that you may have feel that things were not being fair. Like, you may have felt treated very unfairly, and I only say that again because of the Nine of Swords, where it's like, damn, like, what are y'all fighting with me for? I got all these things coming at me from all different ways. You know, you had a fear of being vulnerable. People probably took advantage of that, and it didn't leave you feeling too good, and you were in a fight with life, almost fighting for your life. Like, damn, why do I have to be the one to go through this? Why is this happening to me? Where's my help? Is God even real? Like, I feel like those are those water sign questions of just like, what's happening here? Grasping and gripping for something because you wanted to flow in the water, and you know how to handle, or at least express, or at least you are familiar with emotions, a whole wide range of emotions. It started off feeling like you had control, and it was a false sense of control because it was everything. You was like, oh, I can touch this. I'm passionate about this. People are giving me things. I am just living on this road, right? And then it started to get you into this wheel of fortune of like, oh, hold on, maybe maybe this ain't as fortunate as I thought it was, which led you into these situations of people playing with you, using you, abusing your vulnerability, disrespecting you, not valuing who you are as a being, not even just a human, but a being, like your existence out inside of this shell. You know what I'm saying? Not how you show up, how you dress, how you smell, how you look, like your being. They weren't appreciating you for exactly who you were. And you were in a fight with that. It could have also been an internal conflict too, of just like not knowing which way to go, which sword to pick up. Who do I fight? Where do I fight? And the answer is nobody. A lack of judgment within your own right when it came to the Six of Wands, and it kind of completed that full circle of, okay, I went through this so that I can really learn this lesson. And the point of life is not for it to be fair, essentially, because fair is subjective, I believe. But it's definitely finding balance. Finding some balance within, period. Finding some balance within. Damn, water signs. It's like, who do you look up to? Who is your decider? Because if it's not you, then why are you putting so much power, so much emphasis in this person, in this thing, in this belief? Put your heart in your work. And I feel like this may have been something that you may be reluctant to, especially because you started off putting your heart in it and trusting everything and just being so, yes, I'm so ready, I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? And all of this turmoil that you have experienced, these disagreeable feelings, and especially not feeling like justice was served or feeling like you didn't get your lick back, it makes you want to withhold. And that's not the answer. The answer is not to withhold. The answer is to give. And not give to more people, because you can give all you want to the wrong person, and that's not going to make them love you anymore, see you anymore, respect you anymore, any of that. But it's talking about your work. So what your work is, put your heart in it, and don't let what other people got going on or how other people feel about you turn you away from putting your heart in your work. There's so much strength in that. There's so much power in it. You deserve it. I just want to go to the heart for y'all real quick, because I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Wealth. You got the wealth card at the heart. It just shows that when you put your heart in it, you'll see just how profitable it is to give love and to put that into safe space and to be intentional about putting that into what it is that you do. It's almost like a shift is happening, because some of the things that I said, I would have thought it would apply to a different element. Happy New Year to my water signs. It's always love and light. If anything has resonated with you, I would love for you to let me know. If you feel inclined to give a donation, a love donation, I will also leave the information at the bottom. You can do Venmo, Cash App, or I was Apple Pay. We can't do Apple Pay because I'm not putting my number on YouTube. I really do pray that this new year brings everybody to exactly where they need to be. You already are exactly where you need to be. But I know that the goal in this life is not to stay still. The goal in this life is change. Not even the goal, the constant in this life is change. So I want you to get comfortable with your own ebb and flow. I pray that this year brings you release, but also invitations of everything that you want to experience, invitations of everything that you want to feel, and the discernment to put yourself in those places, the discernment to know. I share.